Um, this is um, gameplay of Destiny 2. So far, I already did a chunk of the weekly reset stuff. I already did the Crucible milestone, third of the way through Heroic Strike milestones. Mars, I haven't finished the Warmind campaign, so I have to do that before I can do the Mars Flashpoint. Right now I've been working towards getting through the requirements to upgrade the Solstice armor. I've gotten from green to blue already. I've finished the Titan mark. Almost done with Solstice Greaves. I have to switch to my Void class Sentinel to work on that. And halfway through the adventures. Then for the chest plate, I've got to do arc grenades, so then I'll have to switch to my arc subclass striker. Already got the crucible winds done for that. The gauntlets, I've already done the solar weapon kills, mostly with energy weapons, and did the 3 heroic strikes before this. And the helmet, last night I just finished the solar super kills. I used the mayhem mode for Crucible to get that done, because it was pretty helpful. Your supers recharge really fast, so it was easier to get those kills done. Solar super, solar weapons. I'll start out doing some ever since they brought back daily bounties for strikes and Crucible. A lot of times when I start playing Destiny 2, I forget to go get those bounties, so a lot of times I end up playing before I can actually get the bounties done, and then it kind of wastes some of that gameplay. But this time I'm remembering to get the bounties first. I'll do some Mayhem Crucible first, and then probably some strikes, and then some adventures to get through that requirement for the boots or whichever armor it was. Mayhem is probably my favorite Crucible mode. I just like how it's I don't know, I just like how it's kind of more fast-paced, more exciting. I like how you can use your supers, your grenades, your melee skills a lot faster. Heavy weapons or power weapon ammo respawns a lot more quickly. In Mayhem, it's much more uncommon for people to use their kinetic and energy weapons, because there's so much super energy, grenade energy, power weapon ammo going on, that it doesn't really make sense to go for using your regular weapons.
I am at your service.
So here are bounties that you can pick from each day. They change each day. And then you've got to pick them to be able to start working on them, and they cost a little glimmer each to pick up, but it's really not that much. So like this one, defeating multiple enemies with your super, that's like if I throw one hammer and it kills 2 or 3 enemies with that one hammer, that would fit the requirement.
Very good.
Or arc kills. Arc kills can be anything. It can be an energy weapon, a power weapon. It can be arc melee, arc grenade, arc super.
Make good use of it.
Ah, one of our brightest returns.
And these are the Crucible bounties for today. Completing matches, that means win or lose, so I could lose 2, I could win 2, I could win 1, lose 1, and that would fit this requirement.
This was made for you.
Landing final blows, that would be, I have to land the final shot, like, to be able to fit this.
This was made for you.
Like for these final blow bounties, just doing damage with whatever it asks for doesn't count. For these specifically, you have to land the last shot, the shot that kills the enemy.
Don't waste it all.
And then this is the alchemical dawn shell. I like to use this because it's good for both Crucible and Strike, and it has an increased rate for elemental weapon telemetry data perk.
The world's changing, Guardian. You must prepare and adapt.
And then you can see I'm almost to the next Valor rank. I've already done the reset twice, so I'm on my third set of ranks. There's 6 ranks, so to reset it once, you have to go through all 6. And then, whenever I start a session of playing D2, I'll use 3 of coins, increased chance to receive exotic engrams, from different sources like Crucible, Strikes, etc. And then Fire Team Medallion, because it also gives increased experience and loot. Oh, I just noticed the blue bar at the bottom where it says no commentary. I forgot to change that from the last time I did this. So, I mean, obviously I do have commentary here.
Mayhem Clash.
So here we've got 2 Titans, a Hunter and a Warlock on my team.
Time for battle.
this specific rifle, Swift Ride, the energy weapon I'm using, Swift Ride, I like using it because it'll, one of the optional settings is you can make it highlight your enemies, and it has pretty good recoil. Like, very little recoil, it's very steady. So, highlighting enemies and steady recoil is a good combo. I think I'll take some time getting used to playing using a headset and adding commentary, because it's like a lot more, it's like surround sound kind of, which is nice. Like, it's playing with the headset, it's a lot different than just playing with sound coming out of my TV, but it's nice. It's at first it's kind of like, if you've ever been like listening to music while you're typing or writing something, and then like unconsciously you start to like type or write what you're hearing and you don't mean to, just because it, like, your senses get kind of confused. It's like at first it's kind of hard for me to both play and talk. Kind of like overwhelming each other. So for a while I may not play as good as I usually do while I'm using a headset and doing commentary, but just have to try my best. It's frustrating sometimes when, like, you have players that you don't think are very good on your team, or if you're playing just like a really good team, it can be frustrating sometimes. But sometimes if I just like don't even focus on the score, like how the match is going, sometimes I don't even mind having a bad match. One thing I don't like in quick play Crucible or the special weekly mode like Mayhem is when groups of people like from one clan get together. I don't really like when people do that because I feel like I mean if it's how they want to play, that's fine. But just like the way I think of it, it's like I feel like when people play together in one group like that, it kind of makes things stuck. Like these 4 or 6 people, whatever, from the same clan playing in one group. It feels like it's kind of stuck. Then, like, I feel like if they want to play like that, then they'd probably be better off going in the competitive playlist. Because, I mean, quick play is more geared towards, like, casual play.
Rise from this loss and fight again.
So, that match didn't go too well.
You lost this contest. So what? Fight again.
Oh, that's kind of unique. I got exactly 1,000 damage that I did. I only got 3 kills. And then here I just ranked up again. And then afterwards I'll just go through Dismantle or dismantle or infuse anything that I think is worth it. So that, this isn't Swift Ride, this isn't a pulse rifle, it's an auto rifle. This is Swift Ride. It's here, this, of the 3 scopes, this one in the middle, where it says highlights enemy targets. So when I'm aiming down the sights, and I aim towards an enemy, that enemy will start glowing red, and that's pretty helpful. What I'm using here also has that same perk. That's this auto rifle also highlights enemy targets, and this has very little recoil. It fires very steady, which I like. Swift Wide I like because it's almost like a sniper rifle in a way, with how that scope highlighting is. And I usually don't really like to use sniper rifles in Destiny, so it's kind of nice to be able to have something that I think works really well. I was just turning down the volume for my headset there. Some maps I like better than others, some I feel more comfortable in. I don't think I really have any maps memorized, like knowing where to go, knowing some better or favorite spots, but some I just like better than others. Like this one I like, kind of.
Mayhem Clash.
So it's, on my team it's me, the Titan, and them 3 hunters.
How will you fare against utter chaos?
So this area right here where we're going into, this is kind of a good lane to go after people in. I guess I didn't get that person.
Good.
The power weapon I like to use the most lately for the Crucible is the Colony Grenade Launcher. And actually, when I first heard of the colony, and the first time I got the colony, the first thing it immediately reminded me of is a weapon from Ratchet and Clank. It's a recurring weapon. It, or some form of it, has appeared in multiple Ratchet and Clank games, but the weapon's called Glove of Doom, and when you release the Glove of Doom, it fires out multiple little robots that look like Clank, and those robots seek after your enemies. So when I first heard of the colony, That's what the colony reminded me of, is that weapon in Ratchet and Clank, so I thought that was pretty cool. If you're good with the colony, and depending on the health of the other player, sometimes you can get a kill with just one colony grenade. Most of the times I think it's like 2 grenades you'll need to kill someone, 2 colony grenades.
Now make it rain.
But a lot of times if I feel like I'm in danger of getting killed, then I'll just fire off as many as I can before I get killed. Which has worked for like a last ditch thing before. Like sometimes I've gotten some last ditch kills. And Strike's power weapon I like to use the most is Ward Cliff Coil.
5 minutes.
I'm not too uptight on maintaining a specific KD ratio. After this, I'll pull up the emblem that shows my KAD ratio. I mean, as long as I have an average of 1 KD or KAD, then I don't feel too bad about it.
Go, make them cry.
But I mean, obviously higher is better. Sunbreaker is usually my go-to subclass. That's the one I like to use the most.
Catching up. Close the gap.
Sentinel is the only subclass I don't really like to use. I mean, it's not a bad one. I just like Sunbreaker more, and then I would say Striker, the Arc subclass, comes second to that. I actually have a Warlock that I set up a long time ago. That Warlock is still in just like the very beginning of the main story. I haven't really played him. Titan is my favorite main class, because in video games overall, I usually like to go for more of a solid, like, tanky type class. Hunter for Destiny I don't think I'll really ever get into. I just don't really like the...
I bet they didn't expect that!
So this match is going better than the last one at least. Not as much of a deficit. Sometimes I get kind of mad when someone else gets a heavy ammo, even in a mode like Mayhem, where it's very plentiful, which is kind of hypocritical because, I mean, it's something that makes me mad, but I don't care when I do it to other people, to be honest. So I guess, live and learn, win some, lose some, I guess. I'm gonna lose this one too.
This loss and fight again. Stand tall, Guardian. This battle is lost, but there will be others.
Or maybe in the future I'll just not do commentary when I do Crucible, so I can focus better on it. I mean, this is my first video with commentary, so it's all kind of testing the waters here. Seeing what works and what doesn't for me. This emblem shows how many Guardians I've killed in like the entire time of playing Destiny 2, ever since I bought it. So I've killed almost 5,000 other players, with most of those being hunters and Titans and Warlocks. And here's an emblem that shows my KAD ratio. It's gone down a few percentage points. It usually hovers around 1.4, sometimes 1.39. It's 1.36 now, so I haven't been doing as good lately. Also, I think I wrote about this in my YouTube channel summary, and I also kind of talk about it a bit on my Instagram for my YouTube channel page. But I have a mild form of autism, Asperger's, and one of the traits of that is a lot of times I speak in a monotone way of voice, so I may not, like, my voice may not sound as expressive as like other streamers like Markiplier or Jacksepticeye or any of the more popular ones. Like, I'm probably gonna end up being more monotone. That's just the way how I am. Whether I'm happy, sad, angry, whatever, a lot of times I just talk monotone. That's just how I am. Hopefully that's not very off-putting to channel viewers. Maybe my channel will end up doing better without commentary, which would be fine with me, because this is just something, since my goal for my channel is to become eligible for monetization. I thought investing in a new headset to be able to do commentary, to at least try it, would be a good idea, because I know that that's what a lot of YouTube viewers like when they watch video game streamers, is they like to hear their streamers they like to hear their personality come out, or just commentary on the game in general. So I mean, I feel good about my YouTube channel. Like, I think it'll turn out well for me. I definitely think it's possible to attain the requirements to become monetized through ads. I mean, do I think I'm gonna reach the level of a streamer like Markiplier or Jacksepticeye? Probably not, but I do have a good feeling that I can make this channel successful.
Mayhem
So
clash.
whether that's with or without commentary, that's fine with me. As of now,
Once more onto the breach.
don't really have any viewers yet, or any subscribers, but I mean, hope for that to change in the future. Hope to grow the channel some. Sometimes it's kind of cool to, when you're getting kind of a close-knit little firefight there, it's nice to be able to win one.
I love it.
Yeah, I feel like I may like not doing commentary while I do Crucible, just because playing against other players and trying to focus on my commentary seems a little difficult right now, but you never know. So I got a kill there, which is nice. And still have one colony grenade left. So my team's got the lead so far. I'm definitely not a die-hard Crucible player. I only like to play quick play. I'm not into the competitive playlist.
Oh, I can't wait to see what you do with that.
I am in a clan that I got invited to a while ago after a Crucible match. Mostly for just the benefits of being in a clan. Like the clan XP, the clan engrams you can get.
5 minutes.
Like I've never played. Oh. I haven't played with my any of my clanmates yet, but competitive playlists I don't think I'll ever really get into. I just like the more casual, easygoing aspect of quick play.
Double down.
Oh, I got a lot of colony grenades here. 10. And sometimes I don't really mind kind of wasting the colony or power ammo. Like, I could have gotten a lot more kills than just 2 with 10 colony grenades, but I mean, 1, I don't really seek to be a pro Crucible player, and 2, it's pretty plentiful anyways, so I guess I don't really mind kinda wasting like 5 grenades on 1 person, as long as I think it's gonna get me a kill.
You're almost there.
And good chance that we're gonna win this one because we're 24 points ahead, 27 points ahead. I think doing commentary on this during the Crucible is actually keeping me a little calmer, because sometimes I get kind of frustrated when I'm not doing well in the Crucible, but focusing on this commentary is kind of keeping me from getting angry about losing, which is good, because, you know, I just want to enjoy playing a game, because this is my favorite thing to do, really, is playing video games.
Now show them the true meaning of war. A well-fought victory.
This kind of cool getting the last kill of a game, or the kill that wins the game.
Another battle won. On to the next fight.
So I actually wasn't the worst player on my team, and not the worst player overall. Though I mean that one player did do pretty good. Kind of yawning a lot right now, so hope that's not kind of bothersome. Might play a couple more mayhem matches and then probably on to some other stuff. I have a lot of Crucible tokens, but a chunk of that is from when my Valor rank went up. So this black border that you see around the actual game screen where it says on air, where it shows my avatar, the victory avatar, and the blue bar on the bottom. This is a setting for PS4 broadcasts. The setting is the game would be full screen, and for a while I was doing that partially because I mean, without a headset, if anyone were to put a comment, and that comment would show up on the right side, then there's no way I could have answered that without a microphone to do some commentary, so I thought, well, might as well make the game full screen. But now that I've got this headset and can do commentary, I've brought this back, so in case anyone does watch the stream live and writes a comment, then I can actually answer them this time. And connection qualities, I don't know what that is. I might make a pause to the broadcast after this Crucible match, just to check my internet connection. I don't think there's anything wrong with my internet. My phone's running on my Wi-Fi just fine. My router and my modem seem fine, but I guess that notification thing, or
destroy them with your light.
Maybe there's something wrong with how my PS4 is connecting to it. And I mean, if the internet connection wasn't sufficient for broadcasts, then I feel like that Destiny would be, you know, lagging for me. Haven't come across this issue before. I kinda like Shax's, I like Shax's, comments sometimes, they're pretty funny.
Nice.
And one thing about points matches, like where it shows kill this player, like 3 points for grenade kill, etc. Only one person, well actually get points that contribute to the total.
You're in the
It's
lead.
like, if I kill a player with a grenade, and I land the final shot with the grenade, like a colony grenade, and that gets me 3 points, but someone else also shot that person, me getting the final shot, those 3 points would come for me, but for the other person, it'll show them like 1 point or whatever. So only my points will count, but I guess it's more of like an acknowledgement to the person, like, hey, you contributed to this kill. I do kind of tend to ramble sometimes. But like I said before, just kind of testing the waters. They got me with a rocket. At least we're in the lead, right now. 8 points in the lead.
Minutes.
This map is an okay map to play on, I guess. But there are others I definitely like better. At least I got 1 kill before the Hunter's golden gun got me. I mean, losing matches is frustrating, or not doing well in a match is frustrating. But it's nice to see, like, that's one comment from Shax I like. It's kind of funny.
Don't spend all that ammo in one place.
They dropped some more heavy ammo for me. So it's not bad that I kind of wasted 3 on them. So we're still in the lead by a little bit. They're catching up now. I almost got them.
3 minutes. You're evenly matched.
They must have been using tractor cannon because I know that's one thing from tractor cannon is that I think it'll suppress your abilities, and then if you get hit with the tractor cannon and you survive, then you'll be, it's also kind of irritating, getting hit by a super right when you go to grab some ammo. See, like, normally I probably would have gotten more frustrated with that, but I guess I'm focusing too much on the game and commentary to actually get angry at that. Which is nice, because, you know, getting too frustrated, too angry over a game isn't really healthy. Isn't really good for me or anyone. So this match is actually getting pretty close. And they got me. I mean, we could catch up, but I think it's pretty likely that their team will end up winning this time, which is okay.
I can feel that in my bones!
There still is a chance that my team could win, but I mean, I accept that.
Good.
May lose this one
Show
too.
your enemy what a real fight looks like. Your enemy has defeated you.
Well, that's cool. So we lost, and I think I was the kill that caused them to win the
best
game.
thing about
Which
being a guardian
that's never
is you're
fun,
never
but
truly beaten.
I'm pretty excited to have gotten an exotic engram. I mean, it's probably gonna end up being something that I've already gotten, but we'll see. So I'm gonna pause the broadcast quick and just test my PS4's connection to my Wi-Fi, but then I'll resume the play. Alright, so it's only microphone audio is being broadcast, so maybe you guys can actually hear this while I'm testing my network.